What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Smell Good Feel Good. I'm Cody, and snoring right here is Stud Muffins. Today we're going to talk about 5 office-safe fragrances for the workplace. And most of these are pretty cheap. There's only one that's kind of expensive. But yeah, all these are very safe for the workplace, inoffensive fragrances. So stay tuned and check it out. So this video is for somebody who works in an office type setting and they're wanting to wear something, but they're really not sure what to wear because they don't want to come off offensive to people. They don't want to be that cologne guy, the guy who walks in the room and immediately everybody knows they're there, but not in the good way. So these are some soft, fresh, clean, gentle type fragrances that I think are good for the workplace. Alright, so these aren't going to be in really any particular order. So first up, I am going to talk about Burberry Touch for Him. Now, Burberry Touch for Him is a nice, soft, kind of powdery type fragrance. You get notes of, there's artemisia in there and violet leaf, which is the main notes to it. But you also get some citruses, from mandarin orange or some kind of orange type fruit. With Burberry Touch for Him, a little bit goes a long way. On my skin, just a couple sprays lasts me all day. One thing I like to do to test the longevity of a fragrance is I like to put it on right before I go to bed and then see if I can still smell it the next day. And with Burberry Touch for Him on my skin, it lasts all through the night and most of the morning for the next day. So a little bit goes a long way with this one. So it can be overpowering if you do too much. But if you just do 1 or 2 sprays, it's going to be nice and gentle, has good projection, good sillage. And the other good thing about this is it's pretty cheap. You can find it at most discount stores like Marshall's, Ross's, TJ Maxx. In fact, most of the fragrances that are on this video you can find at discount stores, or you can find them for discount online on websites like FragranceNet or FragranceX. Alright, next is probably one of my favorite fragrances. This is Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDP. Alright, Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDP. This is the most expensive fragrance on the list, but it is great, especially if you're a suit and tie kind of person in your workplace. But this is just a nice, smooth, creamy vetiver fragrance. Has a little bit of hint of citruses that I think is from grapefruit, and then you get a little bit of oak moss, which gives it a little bit more maturity than the average fragrance. But yeah, this is a great fragrance. It's also my favorite rainy day fragrance, but works really well in the office setting. There's also a EDT version of this. It doesn't have as good a performance, but is a little bit lighter and a little bit more brighter. So smell both of them and decide which one you want to get, but either one would work really well in the office place. Alright, next up is a cheapie that you can get from pretty much any discount store, and that is English Laundry Riviera. This is a very light, citrusy fragrance, a little bit of woods in there too, but it's just a combination of things like lemon, bergamot, lime, a little bit of cedar with some patchouli in there. Looking on Fragrantica, there's a lot of notes in this, but basically it's just a very light, fresh, airy, citrus type fragrance. It's pretty light, so you could do a lot of sprays with this and you're not going to offend anybody. I don't get the greatest of performance with this, so you'll probably have to reapply throughout the day, but it's so cheap that really shouldn't be a problem. I believe you can get like a big size bottle of this at some place like TJ Maxx or Ross's or Marshall's for like $15. So you can't go wrong there. Just a very inoffensive fragrance, very safe for the office place. It's not a projection monster or anything like that. Just somebody to have to get really close to you to smell you. But if somebody were to get close to you to smell you, it's not going to offend them. And you're not going to be slapping people in the face around you, projecting off onto them. Alright, for the next one we're going to go ahead and keep it the same with another English Laundry, another very cheap fragrance. It smells very nice. This is English Laundry Arrogance. Now this is a nice, smooth, woody fragrance. You're going to get some sandalwood and amber in there. I feel like the sandalwood is the dominant note coming out, at least on my skin when I wear this. But you also get just a little bit of light lavender and just a tiny bit of cedar in there. But like I said, mainly with this, I just get like a smooth sandalwood type fragrance. I've gotten compliments whenever I've worn this. It is a bit of a mature fragrance, so if you're a younger guy, unless you're a mature, kind of classy person or whatever you want to say, I would maybe steer clear of this, but go ahead and give it a smell yourself and decide for yourself. Zephyr, stop growling at people. But yeah, just a very nice sandalwood, smooth, soft fragrance. I get really good performance with this. You know, a few sprays goes all day for me. It projects pretty well, so go easy on the trigger with this one. And next up is a classic, Dolce&Gabbana Pour Homme. This is just a nice, citrusy, soapy fragrance. Just smells really, really clean. It's just a combination of a lot of things. There's some lavender in there, and like some bergamot, and some other citruses in there, but it all blends together really well, and it just comes off as a nice, soapy, fresh fragrance. Gonna be inoffensive to people. I did hear that this was reformulated some time ago. A lot of people say that the original formulation's a lot better, but this still smells really good to me. And despite what some people say on my skin with this, I get all day performance. Whenever I do my test of putting it on before bed to see if it's still there the next day, whenever I put this on, I still smell it the next day. So I don't know how it works for your guys' skin, but it works really well for mine, and you can get this really cheap too. Pick this one up at a local discount store, so go check those places out to find your bottle of Dolce&Gabbana Pour Homme. Alright, gents, so there you have it. Those are 5 fragrances that are safe for the office. Like I said, most of these are really cheap that you can get at your local discount stores. The only one that's going to be more expensive that you're going to have to go a little bit more out of your way to get would be the Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDP. Just remember, there's also an EDT version, so smell both before you decide to pull the trigger. And anyways, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. If there's any of these fragrances that I went over that you would like me to go more in depth about and do an individual review on, please comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so you can see future content. And I will see you all next time in my next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.